If we look at the policies, like my colleague Maura mentioned earlier, that there are policies and we don't have access to. You know, I faced the same challenge when I was doing my research for my master's in environmental relations also from University of Nairobi. I was looking at the environmental pollution in oil producing areas. That was my specific area of studies. But the studies was to focus on the effectiveness of legislation and the institutional framework. Now, you can see the gap. And I wish the representative from the Ministry of Environment were here. Until now, we have environmental being which is not elected into law. Until now. And I don't believe in this common saying that we are a young country, young country, young country. What is young is the name republic that was declared on the 9th of July 2011. But as human beings, we have been here all along. So what is young here? You know, there's nothing young. We have aspect who have been here all along. So I don't understand, and I don't know how this politician who always say that we are young, can convince me that we are young, because I don't agree that we are young. So until now we have environmental being which is not a law, and as media family, you need one of us as academician and expert in the area to push for this bill to pass into law. Because if it is passed into the law, it will connect us exactly to the establishment of the institution, the regulatory body, whatever name that we give it. In Kenya, they call it National Environmental Management Authority. In Uganda, it's the same, National Environmental Management Authority. That is a regulatory body. Ministry of Environment is policy making, and then the National Environmental Management Authority have to regulate the activities on the environment. And if you look at the causes of the climate change, and sometimes they call it global warming and all this, one of the causes is the human activities, the exploration of the mineral, deforestation. You know, if you move around our communities, you will find that people are cutting trees like nothing. But if this body is there, if we establish National Environmental Management Authority, it will regulate. You cut one tree, you plant two. Before you cut, you must tell us why you're cutting the tree. Before you do anything on the environment, national oil exploration, you must do what we call environmental impact assessment. You know, but because of lack of this body, people are committing what we call environmental crimes, and the goals are unfinished. So there is a need for us as the civil society, the academic think tanks, and the media to focus on, on engaging our government to pass this into law, to pass the Environmental Act into law, and that will give room now to the media houses even for you to have access to the information. Because if that bill is dropped, and I wish that they will allow lawyers to look into it, because we are good in copy and pasting. I hope they will not copy and paste very shallow law that doesn't give two priorities: public participation and the right of access to the environmental information. You know, so if that bill is there as a law, I'm sure the media houses will be able to have access to the information. When you want to write the story, where do you start? Where do you report it to? So these are the things that we have to look at. Now, to conclude, I think let me look at. I will be biased if I don't mention the strategies that we can adopt, at least to mitigate climate change. We cannot do away with it, but we can mitigate it. The South Sudan can adopt effective water management practice, such as the construction of dams or these reservoirs, and the rehabilitation of irrigation system. And that can help ensure reliable water supply during drought and mitigate the impacts of the flood. And again, we also need to encourage collaboration with international partners that are working in the areas of of climate change. We have to engage with them and see what we can do about that. And we should have national development plan and policies on climate change, mitigation. And finally, for us to educate our people about this issue called climate change, because it's real, it's not rhetoric any longer, we must, or let's say we should at least include in our curriculum, so that people can learn. And our kids are wasting their time drawing the leaves and name the types of the leaf. What does it have? Drawing the frogs and name the legs, the body part of the frogs. So I recommend that we include these issues of environmental or climate change in our curriculum, whether in primary school or in high school, so that people have to learn, for them to have knowledge about this, and in order to be educated enough so that whatever that they're doing on the environment, they should consider and put in mind that human activities are affecting the climate or the environment that we are in. After all, our life depends on the environment. You can do whatever that you are doing, but environment is life. Thank you so much.